Hello, welcome to Nina's Knots Crochet. I'm Lynanne. If you're new here, hi, thanks for stopping by, checking out my channel. It's all about crochet, a little bit about knitting, a lot about yarn, and my journey in this fabulous yarny community. Returning subscribers, thanks so much for coming back, spending a little bit of your Monday with me for Make Along Monday. I am on a lot of make-alongs. I am doing Sophie's Universe with Carrie the Yarny Elephant. I am doing the hashtag Double Dog Dare DDD knit blanket with Laura at Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming. I am doing Luck of the Draw 7 with Nan at ninas.knots.crochetcreations. I am doing a monthly crochet along with Judy at Judy's Creations and Crochet, and I am doing the multivalence monthly clue, which is a mystery crochet along with Expression Fiber Arts. It's a lot of make-alongs. On top of that, I'm doing a lot of other things. I'm doing bogey blankets, I'm making birthday presents for my granddaughters, a million things happening. And along the way, I'm sure there'll be other make-alongs, crochet-alongs, interesting projects that pop up along the way. But these are like the main 5 that I'm doing. I have not touched multivalence, even though the new clue has come out. I didn't get a chance to start on it this weekend. I don't even know if I'm going to get it this coming week because I'm really bogged down with some other things. But I have until the beginning of March to get this next part in, so it shouldn't be a problem. I'll get to it. Sophie's Universe, haven't touched it since the last time I showed it to you. And that's okay. It's a year-long make-along. I'll get caught up. I'm not stressing about it. I did work on my knit blanket. Now this is called, this is the Double Dog Dare Knit Blanket Challenge from Laura at Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming, or Farming Animals, whatever her thought is today. Anyway, this is my very first full-fledged knit project. I've practiced knitting, you know, the knitting stitch, the knit stitch, and the purl stitch, and I've just done a few rows, taken it out, started over again, just to get in the practice of it. So this is my first ever full-fledged project. I'm doing okay. It's not great, it's not perfect, but again, this is the first time I've ever done something like this. So I'm pretty pleased with my progress. I am through the first 2 sections, starting the 3rd section, which they listed as the moss section. And I don't know if I did it right. I'm going to give it a couple more rows before I decide if I did it right and if I have to back it out. But I did move my lifeline up, so I don't have to go all the way back. I did move it up to the section. But you can see this was the stockinette section that we did, and now we moved into this moss section. And I think somewhere along the line I got confused, because you're supposed to do knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, purl 2 for 1 row, and then in the next row you start with purl 2, knit 2, purl 2, knit 2 all the way across. I don't know if it's supposed to look like ribbing or what. Like I said, I've never done the moss stitch in knitting before. So I'm going to give it a couple more rows to decide if I've done it right or not. Then I'll jump on Zoom and ask Laura if I did it right or wrong. And then if I have to rip it out, I have to rip it out. At least I put the lifeline in. But I have to say, I think my stitches are getting better. There's definitely, I can see the difference between I can now identify the difference between a knit stitch and a purl stitch. So yeah, I think, I'm not sure if I'm doing it right, but I'll double check. But I'm going to give myself a couple more rows before I decide if I need help or not. I am, like I've said before, I'm using Knitter's Pride US 15 10 millimeter bamboo hooks on a 40-inch cord. The yarn I'm using is a Karen anniversary cake, which is 100% acrylic, number 6. The colorway is called Tropical Butterfly. I'm really enjoying this process. I'm glad it's not something that is like, I have to be done in a month. This is a year-long thing. I do a couple rows a week. It's not stressful. And as a new knitter, I appreciate the stress-free version of doing a project. So, yeah, it's definitely not perfect. You can see definite mistakes here and there, but like I said, for a first-time project, I'm okay. It can only get better, right? The second project that is a make-along is Luck of the Draw, which you all know I love this project. This is the second time I've done it. The first time I did it was last one for Luck of the Draw 6, and I had a blast. Could not wait for Luck of the Draw 7 to start. Had a little difficulty getting my project set up, but thanks to Lynette at Charmed Grammy Crochet, she helped me get over that, helped me pick out the perfect pattern, and I am thrilled. This is just turning out so great. I am using Mellow Spun DK by Mary Maxim and a 6.5 millimeter hook. The pattern itself came out of a Crochet World magazine called The Fading Rainbow Throw. Lynette did it for Luck of the Draw 6 using a number 4 yarn and I think a 7 or an 8 millimeter hook. I can't remember. She used a larger hook and bigger yarn. So I'm using DK weight yarn and a smaller hook, but this is how it's turning out. The chocolate brown is my main color. The first week was the blue. The second week was this really pretty pale green. This is turning out so perfect. It's soft. This yarn is fabulous. It's super pretty. The pattern itself is just a breeze to do. I do 4 rows a week, and it's going to be really fabulous when it's done. So thank you, Lynette, for the inspiration. And thank you, Nancy, for having such a great little crochet along for us to do. This is my luck of the draw with the 2 weeks. And like I said before, you still have time if you want to join in. It's a fun little thing to do. You're only 2 weeks in, so if you get it done by Thursday, you can be caught up. The last one I have is my shawl that I'm working on for Judy at Judy's Creations and Crochet, her monthly make-along to go with the flower of the month. February's flower is the violet. We all know the story of how hard it was for me to land on a project, but I'm so glad I've landed on this one. I am doing the shawl called Embers by Expression Fiber Arts. And you guys, I have to tell you something. The progress I'm making on this shawl it's been a revelation for me. I am actually reading and understanding a pattern. When I started my channel in July of last year, I could not read a pattern. Everything I made was either I made it up in my head with no clue what I was doing, or I had to follow a tutorial. I just couldn't read a pattern. I guess I just didn't understand the terminology as well as I thought I did. But constantly doing the tutorials and having the printed pattern in front of me, especially like if I would do crochet crowds, because I could always print their patterns. A lot of times, Crystal at Bag O Day, I would do a ton of her tutorials because I love her tutorials. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, what rock are you living under? Because Crystal is all that. I'll link her below. I would do a lot of her projects because she was a fabulous teacher and I could follow her tutorials and make something, and I would have something. Mikey at the Crochet Crowd is another one, but I would have his printed version as I was following the tutorial on YouTube. And once I started, having those light bulb moments where I could understand what they're saying and reading it on the paper, it started to click little by little. And I would say probably, I think I hit my biggest breakthrough about 2 months ago when I picked up a pattern and it was like, I get this. I finally get this. So I have done this shawl entirely by reading the pattern. There is no I don't know if there's a tutorial or not. She does have some tutorials for her patterns, Expression Fiber Arts, Shandy. But I haven't even looked for it. I've done this completely by reading the pattern. And I am beyond thrilled. You can see how this yarn, it is slightly lightening up a little bit from the dark purple. It's getting into the light. The last time I showed this to you, I was about right here. So I've added all of this in, this whole section in here. It's just, I'm so excited that I'm doing this by reading the pattern. And this is turning out so beautifully. I'm using the Lynanne's cotton fingering weight yarn from Hirschner's. So I don't know, there's no colorway or anything. I am using a G 4mm furls hook. And this project is just coming along so beautifully. I love the drape of this yarn. I love the color. The pattern isn't difficult. It's written really well. I think that makes a big deal when it comes to patterns. I struggle sometimes with patterns because no two are ever written exactly the same. So you have to really, for me, I have to read the pattern to try to understand where they're going before I can start the pattern so that I know which direction this pattern writer is going in. Otherwise, sometimes they can be a little confusing, and I just wish somewhere along the lines there was a standard, but apparently, there never is going to be because people just write different, and it's, I just have to deal with it. But anyway, this is for Judy's Creations and Crochet. The pattern I got off of Ravelry, but I think you can get this off of Expression Fiber Arts website also. And I'm loving it, and I'm so, this is turning out so beautiful. This is one, again, I'm not in a super rush for it. Just by the end of the month, it has to be done. So I will be getting to, finishing that here up pretty soon. I think I'm halfway through section 2. And then I can't remember if there's a third or a fourth section. I know there's a third section. I just don't know if there's another fourth section. And we'll see if I have enough yarn for one, and if I can read the next section of the pattern. So that is Judy's Creations in Crochet project. So that's the progress I can show you for this week on my make-alongs. Before I let you go, though, I do want to say a huge congratulations to Nancy at She's Got Yarn Too. Nancy hit her 3,000 subscribers, and I am so thrilled for you, Nancy. Your channel and you yourself have been my inspiration. I am so thrilled that I get to call you friend and mentor, and I just see great things going forward for you. 3,000 is just a stepping stone. You will be out there in the stratosphere of YouTube in no time, and I am so happy for you and so proud of you, and you are such an asset to our yarning community, and we all love you, and congratulations, Nancy. You deserve everything coming your way. So if you guys don't know who Nancy is, hurry up, jump over, go check out her channel. She's so much fun. And if you love dogs, you have to check out her channel. She's got some of the best puppies in the world. They're just, all of her dogs are just so sweet. So hurry up, go check over on Nancy's channel. If you haven't subscribed to her, make sure you do. So that's it for Monday, guys. Monday make along, and a little bit of chit chat. If you like what you see here, please hit the thumbs up, maybe hit the subscribe button. I put out a video 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I won't bog you down too long. I'm not going to make videos too long. This one's about 17 minutes, and that's about as long as I'll go. So, I hope you all have a great week. Get some quality crafting time in. Till we see you again on Wednesday, be kind to everyone. Bye.